Okay, usapang budget phone tayo today. Pag nakakita kayo ng yellow na box, probably alam mo na this is a POCO na smartphone. And probably you guessed it right, it's a POCO C81 Pro. This phone is a budget phone na playing below 7,000 pesos. And alamin natin, hukayin natin, and hihimayin natin kung ano nga ba ang meron dito. Would it be fitting inside your pocket or could it just simply be your backup device? Pag-uusapan natin yan after this quick intro. So the usual POCO na packaging, pag yung mga budget, sa side natin bubuksan, like this. So normally pag mga phones na mga below 7,000 pesos or mga C-series ni POCO, expect mo na sa side mong bubuksan. Of course, that's based on my experience. So you have the phone itself, yung experience niya iba, no? Compared sa mga medyo mas mahal na POCO na smartphone, medyo mas cheap yung kanyang packaging. We have a to C cable, we have a 15 watts na charging brick, andito ang kanyang user guide and warranty card, and of course you get a clear na jelly case. So much for that, andito na ating smartphone. And this, I think, is a gold color. Medyo goldish silver, pag ako tatanungin mo. Pwede mo lang sabihin siguro white gold, no? Hindi siya eksaktong gold, medyo mas maputi siya na gold. So I would say probably white gold na lang. Now, itong phone na ito, si POCO C81 Pro, comes in 4 variant. Yung kanyang 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage would be priced at 6,999. Yung kanyang 4128 will be priced at 7,999, and yung kanyang 4256 would be priced at 8,999. More details on the description box below kung saan siya pwede mabili, or just simply click yung YouTube shopping link para mabili nyo to with vouchers coming from me. Baka mas makamura pa kayo compared sa kanyang regular SRP. Now, one of the things na gusto ko dito sa kanya is yung kanyang looks. Yung kanyang two-tone na finish dito looks kind of cool naman, and hindi mo siya pagkakamalan na nasa around mga 6,000 to 7,000 pesos tong smartphone na ito. One of the things na nagusto ko din dito sa kanya is yung kanyang camera bump. Isang buo lang siya, isang buong glass, hindi siya nakahiwalay ng dalawang ring. So meaning mas less ang gasgas dito sa kanyang camera module. Matte finish siya, so definitely wala kang makita fingerprints dito sa phone na ito. And this one, ang kanyang likod is plastic back, plastic frames, and glass front. I'm not quite sure kung anong glass ang meron neto, pero one thing that I medyo dislike ko dito sa kanya is that it's already 2026 and this is not a 3,000-4,000 pesos phone. I was surprised ang lakas pa ng loob ni POCO na maglabas pa ng teardrop notch, which is for me definitely a turn off para sa akin. And of course, makapal din ang kanyang baba. Now, if you want the full complete specs ng POCO C81 Pro, share ko sa inyo. Now, in terms of multitasking, wala ka naman maging problema basta yung mga ginagawa mo lang dito ay mga basic tasks, and I personally suggest gawin mong mga 2 to 3 apps. Huwag kang lalagpas ng 3 apps na nakabukas sabay-sabay dahil medyo magsuslow down siya. Bakit nga ba? Dahil this one only has 4 gigs of RAM na physical. Pero one good thing naman dito sa kanya is already running HyperOS 3 inside Android version 16. Noong unang dumating to, this one is just running Android version 15. Pero sabi ni POCO, this one would get a 4 years na major Android update. So, since nakuha ko na sa 16, so there's 17, 18, and 19. So, well, technically, dapat updated ka up to Android version 19. Now, other than that, yung expectation mo dito sa phone na ito, dapat nasa mga budget level lang din. Well, it can handle everything naman, like social media, take your phone call, text, and handle mga PDF, Word document. Just don't bother to try mga video editing. Medyo mag-slow down talaga to phone mo. Mas lalo na ang mga AAA games. Dahil this one is being powered by the Unisoc na T7250. Well, alam nyo na kung anong expect dito sa T7250. It's a very budget-friendly na chip na gawa ni Unisoc, and it barely crosses the 400,000 mark dito sa Antutu benchmark version 11. And if you want to see all of the other benchmark na ginawa ko at pinipare ko para sa inyo, ito, pakita ko sa inyo. Now, bago pa natin pag-usapan ng kanyang battery, sundutin ko muna ang kanyang SIM slot. No? Let's see kung meron sa expansion. And yes, meron siyang expansion, is a triple card slot, so you can put dalawang 4G na nano SIM plus isang micro SD na expansion. I'm pretty sure kung bumili ka ng 64, magagamit mo talaga itong expansion slot na ito. Now, for its battery, 6,000 mAh ang meron dito sa phone na ito, which is for me, not bad. Malaki-laki na rin siya. And it also supports 15 watts na charging. 7.5 watts ang ganang reverse wired charging. So, you can use this as a power bank in case of emergency. Now, on daily usage naman to phone na ito, wala ka may problema. Mahuna na magandang battery. That's a assurance from me. You can use this as your daily driver or you can use this as your backup driver. Gawin mo siya pang hotspot. Wala ka maging problema sa kanyang battery. And I would say na probably could last you for 2 days on a regular usage. And nung sinalang ko to sa PC Mark na battery stress test, 21 hours ang nakuha pa natin. Now, pagdating naman sa kanyang display, one of the things na hindi ko gusto dito sa kanya, like I said kanina, is yung kanyang teardrop notch and medyo makapal ka ng baba. Pero malaki naman kanyang screen at 6.9 inch na IPS LCD. Just to set your expectation, kaya na mag-display up to 720p and ang kanyang maximum brightness is 800 nits. Meron din siya 120Hz na screen refresh rate, but of course, mga piling apps lang pwede mag-run ng 120Hz. Mostly, makita mo lang dito sa kanyang home screen. Now, if you're using naman itong phone na ito, mostly pag social media, wala ka maging problema naman dito. Okay naman, mabilis naman mag-load as long as hindi nag-bug down si Globe, si Smart, or yung Wi-Fi, you should be loading naman on time yung mga shorts and reels dito sa phone na ito. Now, if you're watching naman YouTube on this phone, expect na you can only load up to 720p, pero, well, watchable naman siya. Wala ka maging problema dito sa phone na ito. Now, pag-usapan naman natin ang kanyang audio. This one has one loud firing speaker dito sa ilalim. And good news, nandiyan pa kanyang audio jack. So, if hindi ka happy sa kanyang audio, you can always use yung kanyang audio jack. Pero, pakinggan pa rin natin kung gaano ka-okay ang kanyang sounds. Here goes. Now, honestly, yung kanyang sound na, for me, it's not bad though. Pwede mo ihambingin sa mga likes sa POCO M8s 5G, which is a little bit louder compared sa mga phones at mga 5,000-6,000 pesos na medyo mahina. Ito, decent ang kanyang sound, to my surprise. Now, tinry ko naman maglaro kahit isang game lang dito sa phone nito and I did try to play Call of Duty Mobile dito sa POCO C81 Pro. I was able to set it to low graphical setting with a high frame rate dito sa CODM and, well, honestly, ang kanyang gameplay is just so-so. Most of the times na napansin ko sa kanya, umabot naman sa 60 FPS pag tumatakbo ka lang, pero most of the time, pag nandiyan nababarilan ka na, it falls as low as 45 FPS based sa aking experience. Though, okay naman nga ng touch response, so wala kang maging problema. Yung kanyang sound is just okay. Nothing really special except that medyo mabibitin ka lang kasi yung sound is just coming from one side. If you want a better sound, I feel and I suggest na you should use your favorite TWS para medyo mas ma-enhance konti ang iyong gaming experience dito sa game na ito. Overall, yung kanyang gameplay is just mediocre para sa akin and umabot ako ng 38 degrees Celsius after an hour of gameplay. Now, quickly, pag-usapan lang natin yung kanyang camera. This one has a 13MP na main camera sensor which can shoot you up to 1080p and 30fps. And yung kanyang harap is 8MP, yung kanyang teardrop notch which can also shoot you up to 1080p and 30fps. Now, pag-usapan lang natin some of the photos na na-capture natin dito sa kanya. On outdoors, honestly, well, medyo okay ang mga shots niya. Not that yung okay, like mga mid-ranger na mga okay, pero more of yung expectation ko yung mga nasa 5,000-6,000 pesos na smartphone na shots, pretty decent na mga nakuha ko dito. There are times na medyo hit and miss kasi there are times na pag nag-focus ka, medyo hindi gano'ng kabilis mag-focus tong kanyang camera. So, resulting to some miss shot, pero there are times naman na pag nag-focus naman siya mabuti, you'll be able to get some really nice snaps naman tulad neto. And overall, kahit yung kanyang camera is just nasa ganong presyohan lang, medyo decent naman kumapture ng mga flowers like this one. Kinunan ko rin si Mingming and honestly, I was surprised na kitang-kita pa rin yung mga details sa kanang whiskers. And bringing this one indoor, there are a lot of miss shots like mga na out of focus, medyo slower sa mag-focus, napag-focus na maayos. I was able to take some really nice decent shots naman. Pagdating naman sa food photography on indoor, nothing really special except that I would say na para sa kanyang presyo, pretty decent na mga shots na ito. Now, if you're using a front-facing camera on outdoor, honestly, well, so-so mga shots dito. And if you're using it on indoor, expect na magiging soft. And here's a quick video from the front-facing camera. A very budget-friendly na smartphone, which you can get below 10K. So this is the resolution you'll be getting from its front-facing camera. 1080p and 30fps ang kanyang video recording capability. A little bit grainy, expected, pero overall, pwede naman. And here's a video from the rear camera. POCO C81, 1080p and 30 fps din, same, a little bit grainy, expected. And ito ang makikita ninyo if you're using it for vlogging. Now guys, ano masasabi natin dito sa POCO C81 Pro? Honestly, I was quite surprised din sa kanyang performance. Makunat ka ng battery, the camera is a surprising dito sa kanya, which is better than mga phones priced at 5,000-6,000 pesos with the same specs. Performance overall, okay lang naman. Don't expect too much from the T7250. But for me, tineter ko naman tong phone nito. Ginamit ko siya as hotspot nung nasa labas ako and kaya naman na mag-withstand ng 2 days, which is for me approved para sa akin. Overall for me, not bad pero not the best na ma-offer ni POCO. Pero if you're looking for something nasa around 6,000 pesos, I think this is a good choice. So okay guys, are you looking forward to purchase the POCO C81 Pro? Let me know in the comments. And kung gusto nyo malaman kung saan pwede mabili itong phone na ito, I'll pop everything on the description box below. Or just simply click yung YouTube shopping link para maka-discount kayo using the vouchers na bibigay ko sa inyo if you click the YouTube shopping link. Now of course, don't forget to like, subscribe dito sa aking channel so you don't miss out yung mga reviews like this one, si POCO C81, which is for me quite rare dito sa YouTube channel. Dito only sa aking channel. So paano guys, hanggang dito muna ako and I'll see you when you see me. Peace out. And so, ako pala si Richmond and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. What's up? Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.